Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Can we hear me? Uh-oh. Hmm. Hello? Weird. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay. Hello, hello. Uh-oh. Well, it says that this is working. What if I do this? No. Hello? 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 Ah, okay. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Okay. So I think we're good. We've got sound coming in now, which is good. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Wow, that was kind of scary. I thought we were audioless for a bit here. Let me just check something. Look like it's working. Okay. So I'm going to have to reset some stuff here. Now you're silent. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Well, welcome back. I'm trying something a little bit new here with the setup here today. Some new exciting things that have happened since this week. As you can see, there's a new mic kind of cover, which is nice. So I won't be doing the as much. You won't hear those, which is great. The arm, the new arm, it is very sturdy. It does not fall. It's fantastic. I love it. It's great. And we got a new chair with a nice headrest. So lots of improvements, which is fantastic. Now, why the new improvements all of a sudden? Well, the thing is, I've been wanting those things for a while, and I had the money to do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it, dive in, and then see what happens. So the chair is being repurposed for a different location, which is great. I'm currently looking to sell this desk as well as my speakers. I've kind of taken it all apart and packed a lot of the music stuff up. So the piano is put away, the guitars are put away. A lot of the stuff that we use on a day-to-day is gone. We have the acoustic, which is great, and I do have my little keyboard, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. But that is essentially it for the setup, which is really weird. I feel kind of naked, not going to lie. Not actually naked, but just, gear naked. But it's kind of refreshing. It's kind of cool to try something that's just a little bit more minimal and a little bit more fun. I'm going to have to get more creative for sure with some of the content that we work on, on Mondays and all that kind of stuff, because I usually use my piano. So speaking of pianos, this little guy right here in the corner, you can kind of see, that piano is not a keyboard. It's a MIDI keyboard. So essentially it only makes noise if it's plugged into a computer. And it's smaller. The big piano is packed up, put away for the big move that's happening at the end of the month. But the small piano's out. So I think what I'm going to do coming up is we're going to have a music writing session where I write music live that sounds like the actual music, but we're not using Finale like we normally do. Instead, we're going to go back and use one of the scores that we had, or potentially just come up with something new. I haven't decided yet. And we'll put it into a DAW, or a digital audio workstation. Now, we've done this before once or twice, and it's quite advanced. It's quite crazy. But I want to do it in a way that's going to be easy and step-by-step, so that if you are interested in this kind of thing as a composer or an up-and-coming composer, you can start diving into this as well. Now, I'm going to be using Logic for that stream. I know there are others out there. I'm working on trying to figure out how I can get access to those as well to try them out. But in the meantime, that's what's coming up soon. So today's stream, what I was thinking of doing is coming up with a small little excerpt. Nothing crazy, nothing big, but something small enough that we can start to work with it in a different format next time. So that's what I'm going to try today. I'm going to try and, well, we're going to try and write something brand new that we've never heard before. Okay. And then we'll put it into Logic, which is going to be really exciting and really cool. Okay. So without further ado, let's dive into the finale stuff. I'm going to just get that set up, get ready to go. While I'm doing that, though, I will say that this month is going to be a little strange just because we do have a big move coming up for myself. I'm moving locations. It's official. As of right now, we are moving at the end of the month, which is crazy cool and very exciting, but very stressful. As most of you know, moving is not the easiest thing in the world. So we're going to be a little bit on edge when it comes to the schedule. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to get in at least 3 weeks, but that final 4th week may not happen. So that might be a tricky thing. The other thing that's a factor is if I sell the desk, because if I sell the desk, then I really have no way to stream. I'll probably just stream on the floor, which would be kind of funny, but kind of stressful. Okay. All good, all covered. I'll keep you updated as to when that schedule gets updated. Let's dive into some music. I forgot to say hello to everyone in the chat. Music Video Piano, welcome. Carol, welcome, welcome. We've got Theory Mary, welcome as well. Now, my Golly had said that she could not find the stream last time. So I'm going to send her a link to that because I feel like it's sometimes very confusing to figure out where some of those streams are. If you're ever confused, just make sure you're looking for the date. The date will be on the bottom of the stream there, which is going to be really cool. Cool. All right. So I'm going to send that to her. Is today's stream. Cool. All right. Moving on. We want to see you stream on the floor, LOL. Challenge accepted. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just for you. It'll be weird, but it'll be fun. Unreal. Okay. So let's dive in. What do we want to write? Well, something that's going to be simple enough, but diverse enough that we can get some really cool stuff happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create a new ensemble. A new group of instruments, if you will. So let's start with the piano. Piano's great. Maybe we do like a soprano voice. I know I have a really good sound for that we can use. I think having a violin, viola, cello, and bass would be cool. I like that idea. So right now we have soprano, we have piano. That's kind of fun. Mally, welcome, welcome, welcome. I remember all those push-ups you did. Yes, that was a good time. That was fun. Let's see. And then drums. Let's do a drum set. That'll be kind of our start, I think. That'd be kind of a cool thing. Okay. Neat. I like that. So this is just going to be Logic Session 1. And then composer is going to be me. Okay, cool. We're going to do that right now. We're going to keep it keyless. We're going to keep it all free. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, we're back, folks. We're here, we're here, we're here. Definitely drums. If Sam streams on the floor, he might drown. That's funny. Very good. Okay, source. Yes, cool. Okay, I'm just going to test to make sure we got some sound here. It doesn't sound like we do. That's okay. We can fix that problem. A lot of problem solving when you stream. And I remember the first time I streamed, it was, oh, there is a signal. Well, that's fun. Are we just not getting it from here, maybe? That could potentially be it. The first time I had problems, I remember I would just get so flustered so quickly. And I was like, just panicky. And then, oh, you guys can hear that. I can't. That's funny. Yeah. It was just a button. It was just one simple little button, and that's all it is. I remember the first time that happened on stream, I just panicked. I was so flustered, and I was like, oh no, and you guys were so patient with me, so thank you for that. But I just remember going, oh no. It was a good time. Okay, here we are, Logic session number 1. Now, cool instrument list, cool instrument setup. It's kind of weird, the score, but that's okay. We don't really need to worry about that too much. We can't lose it. I would drown. Yes. Actually, well, I used to be a lifeguard, right? So that, you know, I probably wouldn't drown. I would hope not. If I would drown, that's kind of embarrassing. Not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, that would be an interesting way to go, eh? That's too dark. We need to spice things up. Spice things up a bit. Cool. All right. Let's come up with a melody. Well, I don't have a piano in front of me. That's problematic. But I do have... Actually, let's just do this. Can I... What? That's annoying. I want to do that. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I know what I'm doing. Okay. We'll do that. There we go. So to come up with a melody without an instrument, you just got to sing it. Just got to sing it. So that's what we'll do. Oh, I forgot to do... Oh, did that do all of them? Yeah, I did. Okay, we're cool. Sorry. Overthinking things here. Okay. Idea time. Just gonna let my brain think. Old Spice is good. I don't know. I didn't know you were a lifeguard. Did you have to save it? Whoa. Yeah. Good question. I guess I haven't really brought that up. Old Spice is an aftershave. That's true. Yes. Got a little scruff going on. Yeah. Okay. We can pause for a bit. We got to come up with an idea anyway. So yeah, I was a lifeguard before I moved. Well, I was kind of a lifeguard all the way through school, actually. Worked the morning shifts and stuff, like 5:30 in the morning, but I was always there at like 5:45. I was always late, just because I was so tired from school. Waking up that early is just stupid. I don't know why I signed up for that. But the only time I've ever had to, I mean, there's the odd like throw in. You throw a rope once in a while and you drag the kid in. It's not that impressive. Like a lot of people could do it. And I don't like telling the story too much because I don't want to sound like it was, all me who did it. And I try to be humble about it because it was really scary, and we're just really lucky the way it turned out. So when I first started lifeguarding, I'm not going to tell you the full details just legally, but essentially it was a very busy day. There was a lot of people in the pool. My hometown is a very small town. There's only 5 swimming pools in the city, and there was 2 of them that were closed that day. So us being the 3rd largest pool, we got the influx of people. And so I think there was like 200 and some people in the pool. It was a fairly big pool. It was like a lane pool, like your standard lane pool. And then there was a smaller pool, kind of a shallower one as well. Hot tub and slide, or 2 slides actually. So that was my kind of home base, and I was really used to guarding there. It wasn't too bad. But that day was so stressful. I had picked up the shift as like I'll help you out. I'll cover a shift for you for someone else. Should have just stayed home. But the first one of that day was a guy who had slipped on the ice so hard he basically got into a concussion-like state where he couldn't remember anything, couldn't remember his name and all that. And you're allowed to go without helmets there, so it was fine. But he just took a tumble, unfortunately, and he went into a seizure, which was really scary. So I did that first, and help him with that. And we got him in the ambulance and took him home. And then, well, they took him to the hospital. And then not 20 minutes later, not even, I didn't even get a chance to do the paperwork, and was back out on the pool deck because we were just short staffed. We didn't have enough staff to cover that many people. We should have shut the pool down is what we should have done. Hindsight. But c'est la vie. We got to the pool and I went to the deep end of the lane pool. And long story short, an 8-year-old boy was at the bottom. After, I checked it once and then I came back and he was there. So I pulled him out and we ended up doing CPR on him for, I think it was 2 rounds. One of my other lifeguards helped. So she was doing the compressions and I was doing the breaths. Yeah. And it happened so fast that everyone around us in the pool didn't even realize it happened. Like all the lifeguards had no idea, all the other lifeguards. And so we ended up clearing the pool after he had kind of woken up, and the same paramedics came in and they were like, whoa, busy day. So I went home after that. We shut the pool down. But it was by far the craziest day I've ever had as a lifeguard. And I never had anything after that, thank God. But it was very scary, and I'm very lucky how it turned out. It could have gone so much worse. And so yeah, I'm very grateful for that. And we actually got to meet the kid after, which was really cool, and got to talk to him. So that's my cool lifeguard story. And yeah, I don't usually bring it up on my own. So if you have more questions or anything like that, let me know. You can send me a message. But we'll get down to the music. Yeah, definitely change your perception. It changes your perception of swimming pools when you're a lifeguard. You don't take anything lightly, and especially when you know how fast it can happen. I think by the time I had looked at that bottom, went around a pillar, came back, that kid was under in like maybe 20 seconds, 25 seconds, not even. So it doesn't take long, and it just like that, and then your whole world can flip upside down. So just be very careful with life jackets and stuff, always wear those. And if you're not familiar with swimming, and yeah, it's a stressful time. It's a stressful time, but it was a rewarding job. It was lots of fun, lots of cool people, and got to stay in shape. So all right, well, that's that story, and we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for listening. All right, back into it. Idea time. Maybe? Nah. How about this? Ooh, I like that. So I'm gonna lower this a little bit here. 1E and Well, thank you very much, you guys. Yeah, like I said, it's not about me. I'm just glad that the kid is alive. So 1E and 1E and So 1E and So this is going to be F major, I think. Now, don't quote me on that, because I'm going to say that and then watch it be not a F major. Watch it be some weird, like, a G sharp minor. No, just kidding. It would not be G sharp minor. Hope not. Yee, that'd be scary. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Boop. And F major. Nice. Of course it changed. That's fine. Do boop. Yeah. Boop 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 boop. 1E the boom. Yeah. I think that's cool. Let's try that. Ah, shoot. Missed it by a little bit. Very close. Ba, 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 ba. What? Oh. There we go. Nice. I like that melody. Not quite. Ba, 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 ba. That's better. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. I like that. So this is actually really cool because we'll be able to dive into how you can make the rhythms look and sound better on a different program. So I'm just going to put double idea here. That's cool. Cool. Let's see if that works. I'm not sure. Maybe? Nice. I feel like there's... I feel like putting that soprano in early is not great. But maybe... Maybe we do this. Violin. I like that. I like that. That's cool. Maybe we go down a third, maybe? Let's try that. Yeah. That's cool. So right then I had a D and an F, and that's D minor. And that's not D minor is not the vibe we want. We want something a little bit more kind of upbeat. We want something major, right? So having that major sound is going to be very, very important, especially for the first bit. So I took that third and I went down to a C. So now I have a C and an F. And if you look at C and F together, you put the A on top and you got an F major chord, which is great. So we're actually going to build an F major chord right on this measure, which is really neat. Yeah, the violins sound a little twangy. I have to really see if I can fix the sound libraries on this computer, on Finale specifically, because... Whoa. It's like, it just bubbles. Bubs. I don't know why I said bubs. Weird. Okay. Check it out. Let's see if that works. I don't think so. Close though. Maybe we do something different. Bum 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 bum. Maybe. That's kind of neat. I kind of like that. Let's put it up the octave and see if that sounds better. So this is the A in the F major chord that we were missing. It sounds too weird. Now, what I could do is I could just pop everything else up an octave and see if that fixes that weird jump. If not, we lower the other note down to keep it in nice low. That's kind of cool, actually. So cool, in fact, that I might just switch these around. And then we pop this up here, maybe. And that sounds way better to me. Cool. So that we'll stick with that. So now we've got A here. We've got an F on top, and we've got a C on the bottom, which is kind of a cool little spacing. We're going to put the root on the bottom. So basically the same thing as the violin, I would think, but we can try it out. Nope. Boom. Bum 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 bum. Yeah. Wow, they sound twangy, hey? Cool. That sounds all right. Now, keep in mind, this is just for placeholder's sake. This isn't for anything particular. Oh, I have to save it, yeah. Logic test 1. Great. Sweet. Okay, cool. That's great. All right. La la la. Oh yeah, that needs to be there. La, la, la. I might actually sing that part in the in the session. That might be fun. La, da, ya. La, da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Cool. So now we've got this kind of... I like that. That's really neat. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. We're just going to double it up and have some fun with it. This is really low. Do I want it that low? Or maybe I put chords there instead. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to think about that. I'm going to think about that. I like the violin, but I prefer sax. Me too, actually. Well, that's something that we can change quite easily in the other program. We can simply just change the sound and it will pop up, which is really cool. So we can play around with that maybe on Monday. That would be kind of a fun little thing to try. I'm going to see if I can make that happen. I should be able to. We'll see. We will see. Okay. The drum part, I don't really want to waste time writing here, but I'll put a little placeholder for the rhythm. Just to kind of have it. Boop, boop, cut. 1 E, 1 E. There. So do, cut, do. Do, cut, do. Drum parts are so complicated to write. You can get so twisted around so quickly. There we go. Do, cut, do. Yeah, do. Okay, do, cut, do. I think that's what we got. Do, cut, do. Yeah. That. Cut. Yep. I like it. It's really cool. And then we're just going to do this. We're just going to staff style. Apply staff style. Slash notation. Or actually, we're going to go rhythmic notation. Because that way we can see the rhythm. So that's going to be R. Great. Cool. Neato, my friends. Neato. Sweet. Okay, that sounds awesome. Sweet. Yeah, I think saxophone would sound really cool with this, though. It sounds like a big band sound. That's what I'm hearing. So we can play around with that. We can see what we can do. Carol, a great question. Pardon my ignorance, but why are names coming up for notes on the drums? It's a great question. So looking at this, when you have a drum part, basically there's a crossover between music notation with A, B, C, D, E, F, G and the rhythm or the drums, right? So what drummers have done, and over the kind of the course of the drum's history, is they've associated the lines and spaces on a staff with specific instruments. So the location of each space or each line is associated with specific instruments. So going from the bottom up to the top. So a lot of the time you have hi-hat on the bottom. Now this is kind of, it's not universal, but it's relatively universal. So you kind of get the same ideas across the board. Bass drum, kick drum. A lot of the time people will probably stay in the space. I like going on the line. It makes it clearer, makes it easier. It depends on the person. Bass and kick drum are the same thing, technically. You got floor tom 2, floor tom 1, and then they kind of stop. So if you have more than one tom, this changes, right? Of course, if you have 3 toms, 4 toms, these are the drums that are kind of on the front of the drummer. They kind of differ in size, and they go do 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 boom boom. Probably one of the most famous drum parts you'll ever hear on a tom is do 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 boom boom boom. I can feel it, right? That's kind of the tom fill that people think of a lot of the time. Oh, wrong button. My bad. So yeah, that's the tom. And then you move up into wood blocks, which no one really uses unless you're playing Latin music. So you have like right? Now this is the same line as the rhythm notation. Don't worry about that because this is a different type of notation. This is just more as a marker. So you can do anything you want with this rhythm. That's what I've done with this measure that is highlighted right now. This one hasn't been highlighted, hasn't been changed yet. So that's where you would put a wood block if you were working with just like the notes in the positions. Your snare drum, of course, this is the drum that you hear on beats 2 and 4. So, right? That's a really cool kind of rock beat. And you get that 2 and 4 sound on beats on the snare drum, essentially. There's a cross stick. So sometimes you'll have a circle, or sometimes you have a strike like that. It's kind of weird. There's a bunch of different definitions. I usually just stick with what Finale gives me. But yeah, the cross stick is essentially when your stick goes on the side of the drum and you go like a. You hear that a lot with what kind of music does that? Like funk sometimes does that, or like big band. Right? It's kind of cool. So you get a really nice kind of squawk with that sound. A rim shot, which is basically hitting the side of the drum that's not in the center. It's closer to the edge. So you get like a sound that almost sounds like you muffed it. You kind of hit it and it didn't work. But that's a thing. You can also hit it just on the kind of the side, or like a just hit it on the sides as like a little click. Depends on the composer. Ghost notes, they're kind of the little like things you don't quite hear. So because the stick can bounce so well, so you can have this like, oh, you guys can't even see it. You guys, let's go back. So here's the rim shot. There's the cross stick. There's the snare drum. Cross stick. So rim shot. Ghost stroke. So sometimes you have rhythms that kind of go da 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 right? You kind of have this little in between rhythm. Those are ghost strokes, and they just kind of let the stick bounce. So it's not an actual hit. It's just kind of a right. Is the ghost stuff. You have a low tom, which is weird, right? So maybe it's bum. Right? So there's different cymbals on different positions, right? This is ride cymbal. This is tom. It's kind of weird. Ride cymbal, low tom. Ride cymbal, which is like the spang, spang-a-lang, spang-a-lang, spang-a-lang you hear in the jazz world. So, or ting, 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 kind of fun. High wood block. So this is, again, another Latin thing. You can get the high wood block and the low wood block, which is kind of cool. So, right? We got some... Oh, go away. Go away. Glitched out for a second there. We'll go back to this one. There's wood block. There's the low mid tom. So a lot of the time, if you see this, it's just hitting a note. Like, dum 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 dum, right? And drummers tune their drums too. That's something that a lot of people don't know, is when you have a drum set, the drummer has tuned them specifically to specific notes that fit better into a song, especially if it's like a recording, like just one song. They're going to tune it to, like, if it's F, right, maybe their toms are F, A, and B flat or something like that, right? That's the, or F, B flat, C, right? F, B flat, C, do do goo, right? That's kind of a cool thing. Or boom, 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 boom. Kind of fun. But you don't notice it when they're going that fast, but it does help. There's low mid tom. There's cowbell, of course. More cowbell. The SNL sketch with Will Ferrell. More cowbell. You need more cowbell. Always more cowbell. Ride cymbal. This is another kind of spang-a-lang thing, right? So the ride cymbal here, maybe you have two ride cymbals. That's literally the only explanation, right? Sometimes you have one up high. Sometimes you have them down low. I put them up here just because they're out of the way. Never knew drummers tuned. Yeah, it's really cool. There's the bell of the cymbal. So when you look at a drum cymbal, it's got that little knob on the top sometimes. That is the bell. So you can hit the bell and it makes a different sound than if you hit the outside of the cymbal. So instead of you get like a ding, 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 ding. And that's kind of a cool. So sometimes you'll hear the drummer do kind of a combo of both. So you'll hear like ding, 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 or they kind of combine the two. It's really cool, and it creates really kind of funky rhythms. Right? Having that little ting kind of keeps it spicy. There's another tom. Hi-hat. So hi-hat is probably one of the most important elements of the drum set. This is the thing they use with their foot. It's the cymbal that kind of looks like a sandwich, and it kind of smushes together like this. But you can close it with your foot pedal, so you push it down, and then you hit it with the stick. So it's so you'll hear that a lot of the time when you get like rock beats. Yeah, there's the sound. So, cool. So which one was different? Well, the third one, and that says hi-hat open. So when you have your foot down, right, it's when you lift your foot up off the pedal, it goes and it opens up. And they control what the sound is like with their foot while they're playing everything else. It's crazy. So having that kind of really cool, it kind of gives it a little bit more of a character. The rhythm becomes much more diverse, which is really neat. And then finally, we get up to the crazier parts here. So, oh, look, another tom. So you could have like up to, I don't know, like 10 toms if you really wanted. Be crazy. So pretty cool. And then the crash cymbal. The crash cymbal is kind of the smaller drum, or the smaller cymbal on the left side usually, but it can be placed around the drum set. And you put this at the end of a sentence. So essentially, if you have a do do cut do do cut do do cut do 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 do, that crash symbol is going to happen at the end of that sentence or the end of that phrase to cue the next part, which is kind of cool. You'll hear these kind of at the end of sections as well. So if it's the end of the chorus or the end of the verse, maybe it's right? You can have those at the ends of the groups of rhythms, which is really cool. So you listen for that when you're listening to drums. You can hear the crash cymbal kind of cue in the next part. A triangle, of course, but no one ever plays triangle on a drum set. And if they do, they are wacky and cool, and I want to be their friend. A splash cymbal, very different. This kind of has a weird, smaller shape to it. Sometimes you can get them where they're like indented. That's a different cymbal, but they create a much thinner splash. So it's like throwing in a big rock versus a small rock, right? It's the same kind of idea. So small splash, big splash. The crash symbol's the big splash. The splash symbol's the small splash. Very confusing, but yes. And then rhythm cues. That's a China. So that's the one that kind of goes up, and it goes down and then up again. It's a very weird thing. That is drum notation. I can't believe we just rocked through that. That was pretty cool. But then you can combine different rhythms. So you can see over here, right? We've got kick, kick, and then we've got this one, which is the snare. So do, ka, ka. So kick, kick, snare, kick, 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 snare. And that's all in one rhythm. So if you put it into a piano, it would just sound like dun, da, 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 right? But because we have them on different instruments, we have to basically spread them around different instruments. So you get that really nice. Yeah, kind of cool. Do, ka, do, ka. Really, really cool. It's very neat. Yes, Tony, once I move, if I get a drum set, absolutely, but probably not for a while. They're very expensive. They're very expensive. Drum sets are like, they're annoying because they're loud, so you're bothering people. You get an electric kit, well, those are expensive. Not to mention that the actual drums are expensive. So there's a lot going on there that, there's a lot of other things that will probably take precedence, like a new desk. But fun fact, the desk that I'm looking at right now, it's flat, so it doesn't have this weird kind of shelf thing that I've got going on right now. It's got like this one has the keyboard drawer, and then it's got the top layer, which is the biggest layer, and then the second layer, which is kind of where my monitor sits. This one's kind of a producer desk, and it had speakers on the side. It was really cool, but I don't like the workflow. I don't like how this is in the way all the time. I feel like I'm looking up like this. It's really weird. So, hey, Rupert, no worries. Hope I can come next week. Yeah, same. But the new desks that I'm looking at, it's flat all the way around. It's an L shape, but it has an easel built in. What? So basically it comes out and then the easel will tip up so you can write music by hand, which is incredibly cool because what that will do is it will allow us to actually write music by hand, and then we can switch over to the computer, and then we can have a writing session in the computer. So you guys get to access my full creative process from start to finish, where I'll write stuff down, I'll maybe orchestrate stuff, and then we can move into something more technological based, which is so exciting. It's so cool. I'm so much looking forward to that. But in the meantime, we'll wait and see when that happens. Get that sorted. Once I sell this thing, it'll be easier to buy. But yeah, there's a lot of pieces moving pretty quick. So, cool. Okay. So, my Gully, welcome. Rupert Spencer wore out from flying back from Alaska and need to go to the store. Flight was delayed, so it took 22 hours to get home. Brutal. I'm so sorry that happened. That is the worst. That is the worst. Speaking of traveling, my parents are currently in Australia at the moment. They are doing the whole camping on the Gold Coast, which is pretty cool. So if you are in the Gold Coast area and you see a camper van going down the wrong side of the road, that is probably my parents. Just kidding. No, they're pretty good at driving on the other side of the road, but well, my dad is. I've never actually seen my mom drive on the other side of the road. Because Australia has it different than we do here in Canada. Australia has the cars where you guys drive on the right side of the car, but you're on the left side of the highway. So your highways, like you drive on like the left side, whereas we drive on the right side of the highways, like whatever direction you're going. And then the left side of the car is where we have the wheel. So it's completely flipped. And it is so weird to me. They sent a video of them driving, and it took my brain like a full 3 seconds just to figure out what the heck was happening, because the exit ramp was just straight off. And I was like, wait, you don't go under and around? It was like, huh? It was very strange. It was very strange. But yeah, kind of neat. Kind of neat to see. Very cool. Very beautiful though. It looks down there. So one day, I will visit my Australian friends. Aussie land. Okay, let's get back into this. Getting distracted. What time is it even? Oh my goodness. Crazy. Okay. Okay, I want to change the chord on this second one. Who makes up driving on different sides of the roads? You know what? That's a great question, Theory Mary. Who decided that? Okay, Okay, we're off track again. You know what? It's fine. It's all good. It's whatever, right? We just doing what we do. We're just having a good time. I want to see who decides what side of the road to drive on. Okay, this is interesting. This is a history fact, y'all. Check it out. Most of the world drives on the right side of the road, but around 76 countries and territories use left-hand traffic. The practice is believed to date back to ancient Rome. Romans steered their carts and chariots with the left hand to free up the right so they could use weapons to defend against enemies. So, if you looked at the countries that drive on the left side of the road, well, that doesn't make sense because England's on the right side. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. No, that makes sense. Sorry, I flipped them. So, yeah, the Romans drive on the right side of the road. Yeah, right? So if you're on... Right, so if you're on the right side of the vehicle, or England's left. On the left side of the road? Yeah, that's weird. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so I just learned something new about my country. So Canada used to be left. It used to be on the left side, but then they switched to right to fit in with the United States to increase traffic flow. That makes so much sense because England was influenced by Rome because the Romans invaded a long time ago and dropped their culture. England then went to Australia and dropped their culture. So that transition makes sense. So then I was like, well, then why does Canada, because Canada is a British colony. He's like, why is Canada not driving on the left side of the road? But it's because they switched with the America to fit with America. So they could do like cross international trade. That makes so much sense. This is wild. We've come upon a revelation here. This is insane. This is nuts. I feel like this needs to be announced to the world. It's actually not that important. But it is interesting. It's very cool. It's very neat. I think that's kind of cool. Who know? Who know? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Bye, Rupert. Thank you so much for swinging by. Oh my gosh. Tony, you just threw in another curveball. So boats, they go on the right side. That's confusing. Why would you change things up? I guess because internationally you have boats more so than cars. Oh my gosh, that's a rabbit hole, you guys. That's all right. We're gonna change this chord and we'll see where we're at. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Okay, that was fun. So glad we got to listen to the whole thing. It froze on me. I want to change that chord. Dum bum 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 bum. So A minor, A, C, E, right? Cool. Okay, we're going to try... A, C, and then we're going to try E. Let's try that. Here he is. Not mad at it. And then it da-da-da-dum, nice. I like that. So let's figure that out now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 E and yeah. So we got to do this. We got to tie it all together here. Nice. And we got da-da. Da-da bum ba da ba. Ba-da bum ba-da. So 1 E and 2 E and so we got 2 E and ba-da ba. I have trouble visiting the USA now. Wound up driving on the wrong side. Oh my goodness. Had to cross the median. The other drivers thought I was bananas. Yep. So again, bringing my parents back into this, they went to England and they did the camper van thing and they drove around, and that's kind of their standard method of travel. It's quite cool. They can just park wherever, sleep wherever, and it works really well. But to drive is very challenging. And so what they did the first time they went, my dad was really nervous, so he put a big Canada flag in the back of window. And so every time they would make a mistake, all the Londoners would just sit there and wave at them and laugh at them and make fun of them. So at least they knew that they were Canadian and they weren't just some, bananas driver. But yeah, it's definitely intimidating to drive in a different country that you don't feel too comfortable with. I can't imagine feeling comfortable driving on the left side of the road either, which is quite interesting. Okay, back to the music. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba, doo-doo, boop. Boo-doop. Boo-doop. Nice. This needs to be that. And then that. Right? Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Cool. I really like that. It's kind of fun. Let's test our rhythm and then... Ah, that's what it is. We're missing the big space. Everything was right except for that. All good. Nice. Cool. That sounds awesome. Okay, we're gonna try this. Ba-da-da-da. Cool. I'm going to try that. I'm just using my ears in this case, and I'm trying to find the harmony with like the thirds. So having, you know, threes move together, that's going to be a very important piece to the harmony. I really like that harmony, and I use it all the stinking time. Okay, let's try. Let's see if this works. I like it. Not exactly what I want. I want da to finish it off. Now, it sounds a little low for a viola. Not gonna lie. Kind of neat. I want that da note. So da da da. That's a da 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 da. That's an F major. Yeah. I think. No, it's not. It's G on top. That's a C. So it's a C major chord. Awesome. See you later, Mally. We'll be back on Monday for sure with a kind of new and exciting thing. Hopefully, I can set it up. If not, we'll just stick with this guy and keep rocking and moving on until I figure it out. So, okay, what's going on here? That's what we're missing. Okie dokie. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Da, da. Nice. And then this is a very confusing part. I'm trying to keep track of it all. Sorry, I'm not talking through this. Let's see here. 4? Yeah, 4, I think. No, 3. Okay. Da-da-dee-dee. Nice. And then, nice. You guys, I just realized something. We're going to push Monday's stream to Tuesday. I realize that Monday is not going to work. Okay, Monday, I'm going on a trip. I totally forgot. It's a last minute decision. We're going to Jasper. I don't know if you've ever been to Jasper, but we're going to Jasper on Monday. So I will be back on Tuesday. I'm going to schedule that right after this stream. So Tuesday. I will post in Facebook. I'll post around, make sure everyone knows. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot about that. Monday, we're not having a stream this week, but we will have a stream on Tuesday to make up for it. So we'll still have 2 streams. We'll just be back on Tuesdays. Mally, I hope you're still there. If not, I'm so sorry. We will do the Tuesday stream instead of the Monday stream this week. That's the plan. My apologies. My goodness. Same time. Time will not change, but we will do the Tuesday stream instead of the Monday stream. Very good. I will be in Jasper at the time of the stream. Taking a break, taking a vacation before we go into moving mode. Okay, I'm glad I remembered that. That would have been very stressful to try and communicate with everybody after. So yes, we are going to be streaming on Tuesday. Tuesday this week. Okay, what time is it here? Close. Okay. Let's see if we got these rhythms in here. Cool. Okay, I think this will work. I'm hoping. Anyway, 7, 6, 5. We'll start there. Measure 5. This will help actually hear it. Let's try. Cool. Sounds good to me. Sweet. Very cool. So I think we'll stop there. We'll put the piano part in as well, but I'm going to probably play most of the piano part in kind of the session on Tuesday, which we're streaming on Tuesday. My bad. And then we'll see how we do. Like that. Nice. So this will be a really nice excerpt to work with in our new system, in our Logic digital audio workstation. Cool. So the drums will change. I'll change those on the day of, but that sounds pretty darn good to me. So we're gonna do that and save it. Perfect. Okay, that, my friend. Awesome. Thank you very much, Tony. I appreciate that. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I remembered. Okay, so Tuesday's stream is going to happen on Tuesday. Self-explanatory. That'll be great. But yeah, thanks for the hang today, you guys. That was a lot of fun. Mondays are always interesting, so we'll do Tuesday for sure. But Saturdays are always great. Saturdays are awesome. Really fun. Lots of people. Lots of good people. And hey, if you haven't said hello in the chat yet, Or hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do that, because that supports the channel and that supports the family, and hopefully we can spark more musical passion in every single person that checks out the channel. But for now, we say adieu. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me today. So much fun, as always. We're going to lock in a Logic session next time with the same song we just wrote and see how that goes. Have a great long weekend if you have a long weekend today. If you don't, have a great weekend regardless. Take care of yourselves. Go listen to some music. Go say hi to your loved ones. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye for now.